So my thoughts on the LA riots. Yeah, man, them LA riots is out of control, man. They going hard. They going hard in them LA streets, man. Dog, they vandalizing anything, everything, dog. And I don't know, like, they using what, tear gas, rubber bullets, is like a bunch of violence, and they sending our own military against people in LA. But it's interesting how you see mostly protesters are mostly Hispanic. I haven't really seen any Asians. Slightly, I saw a few of them in there sprinkled around and look kind of Asian, but most of them look like Hispanic. Black protesters out in LA, African American, I didn't really see any. Maybe one, there was in 1%. I would say the Asians probably, the Hispanics were probably like 90% of the protests, and Asians were about 9% of the protests. But yeah, them LA riots, man, them things heating up, man. It's like, I guess LA is known for the most city that riots the most, it seems like. LA is trying to get that number one spot for sure, for the city that riots the most. And I was looking at how come how come there's so many people out there with like long sleeves on, like it's not hot. So I checked the Los Angeles weather, and yo, it's in the 70 degrees out there. So it's like perfect weather to protest. So yeah, you got perfect weather to protest in. I can see why in hot weather cities like Vegas or Phoenix or South Florida, where it's consistently, hotter than 70 throughout the days, in the 80s, 90s, or even more, or even hundreds, that they getting the most, that they don't really have, it's too hot to have protests outside in South Florida, of Phoenix, of Vegas. It's too hot outside. California, you could do it, because some reason California, I was like, Los Angeles, it's in the 70 degrees in June, and that's midday. It ain't like they dealing with 90 degree weather now. If they was dealing with 90 to 100 degree weather and they were still protesting like that, I would be flabbergasted if they was able to protest like that in 100 degree weather, 200 degree weather. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who do videos every day and post them every day. Whether they got that thumbnail popping or not. But yeah, man, everything is getting harder. And look, them people ain't out there. It's thousands of people out there protesting, and they even doing it on Monday. They did it throughout the weekend, but they even doing it on Monday. So that means, they got plenty of time on their hands. And who is going to? That's another question. Who's going to get? Who are they for? Are they really posting? They said they've been posting Mexican flags in Los Angeles, posting those flags, but they in the U.S. and Los Angeles rioting with Mexican flags. Is they really rioting with Mexican flags or Hispanic flags, Hispanic country flags? Central America, South America. But yeah, man, it's why you gotta send out different branches of the military just to deal with this. And it seems like even they ain't got enough. They gotta send almost everybody they got against them. It's like, wow. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who makes it in certain certain careers, whether that be basketball, football, the trades, online work, being the best employee, being the best LLC owner, profits business owner, trying to be the best at whatever you do, best in the real estate game, best in owning, taking ownership in everything you do. So yeah, man, these LA riots, dog, out of control, man. Wow, these LA riots. I've seen riots before, but not like this, and not multiple days straight like this. Especially throughout the weekend, even on Monday after the weekend. And then they say next weekend it could possibly get worse because there's a huge protest going against, I guess it's supposed to be the president of the U.S. possible birthday celebration weekend, and they about to go hard. They say they got everything to combat. They got a protest to combat his birthday protest. I guess he's supposed to be sending out like the military and everything to help him celebrate, sending out everybody that signed up with his as his troops. So yeah, man, they got plenty of troops, but it's interesting how most of the troops out there look. Yeah, they did look white. I ain't really see too many. Yeah, I ain't hardly see no black troops hardly, and no Asian troops slightly. Yeah, there's a few out there Asian troops, but interesting troops. And they deep. The troops is deep. It's showing how deep of troops they got. And they can just pay off these troops, like it ain't nothing. Pay off these troops like it ain't nothing. Yeah, the National Guard, that's wow. Like, you got the National Guard, you got a lot of people you got to deal with. If you go into those protests, the Marines, National Guard, the LAPD, and possibly even more. But I guess there's so many news people out there trying to get camera footage of all the stuff that's going on. I mean, I don't know, are the protesters like vandalizing the buildings or something? I know they did vandalize some vehicles. I saw that, but did they really vandalize any of those federal buildings? I can see how they could be protecting them vandalizing the government buildings. Yeah, I can see that. That's interesting. But yeah, man, gotta figure it out. And yeah, man, it's and yeah, I never, especially when a new prez just gets into office, that is something else. When a new prez just gets into office, that is something else, dog. A new prez just gets into office, and all this stuff is popping off.